Hi, I'm Laura Bartow from Studio One Stampers, and welcome to week 3 in my series of Sale-a-Bration 2023. I have some great projects for you. I've made 2 cards that I absolutely love, and the reason I love them is because they use this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Now, during Sale-a-Bration, you can get this beautiful Favored Flower designer series paper, 12 by 12 sheets, double-sided, and you can get that free with a $50 purchase. During Sale-a-Bration, oh my goodness, you can get as many items as you want. Now, what I've done for these cards is I've paired them with the Love for You stamp set. So here's the stamp set, and look at these great matching dies. It's got all these different words as well as different layers so that you can layer them together. And if you look closely at these cards, you can see that I've used a little bit of gold foil to really accent the words. Well, I hope that you will so love seeing how to make these cards and enjoy Sale-a-Bration 2023. Well, let's go and I'll show you exactly how I put these great cards together. Well, this Love for You stamp set and dies just go beautifully with this designer series paper. Look at how beautifully this shines and looks so great. I wanted to show you a little bit more about the dies while I have them here. So here is, of course, the stamp set that goes with it. I didn't actually use the stamp set for these cards. I just used the dies. But I wanted to show you how these layer together. So the die comes so that you have the fine pieces are these little dies that say just for you. That's the gold. And then here, this piece is what I have here in the purple, and that's the purple layer. And then here, this is the layer that goes behind there, and that's actually what I've done in Old Olive, just to show you how that works. So you can do all these layers that just make this whole beautiful design look absolutely great. And the same thing is true for the For You. We also have that piece, and then we have this piece that, let's see how that goes. It goes around this, so you could actually put a piece behind there as well. So very versatile dies with flowers and leaves and little hearts as well. So just a cute, cute set here. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure you understood how that all works. Well, let's put this card together first. I'll put that right up here and we'll move the pieces in here. I'm going to scoot these out of the way. So first thing we want to do is we want to get our little words put together. So I'm going to use my Tombow glue, my multi-purpose glue, and I'm just going to put super tiny small amounts of glue. You probably can't even see how much I'm putting on. It's super tiny. I want to make sure that nothing oozes out and gets on the front of this gorgeous paper. When it does get onto the front of this gold paper, it can be a problem. It just kind of dulls it down a little bit. But that's just what I want that to look like. And I'm going to do the same thing for the word for. And I'm looking for the places that have just maybe a little tiny bit wider area that my glue might stick, and make certain that I glue on the tips of things as well. So there we go. Excuse me. All right, so we have that down. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and use dimensionals to put these onto my white piece of paper. So I'm going to grab some of my dimensionals here and just put a couple. I'm going to put one. I think I can fit one there. You can always cut these if they're too big. You can always just cut in from the edge and make them smaller if you've got a really tight spot to fit them into. But I'm going to take the backs off of these. There we go. Oh goodness, I just can't seem to get rid of them. There we go. Let me just brush them off. That's it. And I'm going to lay these out, and I like to sort of hold them at the same time so I can make certain that I've got that they look like they're in a straight line. I think that looks good. I've got my Y a little down and my F a little there. Yep, just like that. So right in the center, just like that. That's just what I want. So I'm going to set that aside for just a moment and glue my pieces together here. So I've got some designer series paper layered onto the white, and then this piece of designer series paper is also on my folded card. So I'll just go ahead and start and go from the bottom up. I usually like to start that way. It really is easy to get everything straight if you start from the bottom and go up. And then I'll put this piece onto the white, and then I'll center that onto the card. And what's so nice about this pattern is that there's some lines in there that will really help me get my cardstock straight. Isn't that just such a beautiful floral design? I love the colors. They're just so rich. I think it's got such a great look to it. And you can see I've got the little lines up there. I'm trying to get this centered left and right. And now I want to go ahead and put this piece on. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on in the middle, kind of all the way across there. And you can see it's going off the edge, and that's okay. So I'm going to put that on like that. And then I'm just going to trim. And so I'm going to kind of trim it right along where that designer series paper is. So I can trim it right there, just like that. And then I can do the same thing on the side over here. Just trim that right along there. And there we go. I've got that cute little look where it's going following the angle. And then I'll use a glue dot to put this piece of fresh freesia open weave ribbon in place. So there's that one. Isn't that just cute? All right, let's do our other card. I've done a few of the little pieces ahead of time just so that it wouldn't take so much time. You've already seen how I glued the two layers together. So I have these already glued together, and I went ahead and put dimensionals on the back. So I'm going to set those aside. But I have one other thing I really want to show you, which is exciting. Do you see these cute little corners that I made here? Those are made with this trio punch. And this little corner here is the one that I'm going to use. And you put your pieces up in against the little stoppers here. Now, this piece, if you look at it, is not symmetrical, which is fine, but I want to make certain that I make my pieces down here symmetrical. I want this to go the same way. So I'm going to start here. Let's see, which one do I want to start with? I think I'll start with this one here. I'm going to start with the upper corner, and I'm going to punch. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip the paper over and do my next one there. And then I'm going to flip again and do the next corner. And then flip one more time and do the last corner. And look at that. I was able to get this great shape that's symmetrical by flipping around on my side. So anyway, just think this is a fantastic trio punch, and it gives me that extra design element that I really enjoy. So let's go ahead and put some ribbon around this piece. I'm going to use a little bit of Scotch tape just to hold it in place. I will use my glue to kind of hold it onto the card because that's stronger, but a little piece of Scotch tape will hold those pieces in place while I'm waiting. So I'll take that, and I want to go ahead and get my designer series paper and this paper on. So I'm going to put glue on both of those, and just little dots are really all I need to get this on. But you can see I made certain I put glue onto that ribbon area. And now we're ready to go on to this is a card base, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle. And here is that cute little piece with the ribbon at the top, and I'll put that right in the middle as well. Looks good there. And then I'm going to go ahead and arrange these pieces. So much love. Isn't that just a great saying? And I love these words. So I think I'm going to put them about like that. Let's see, I just want to kind of arrange them the way I want them. And then I've got two little hearts to go up at the top. I'll take all the dimensionals off of them, and then I'll use my glue dot to put onto here. Put this little bow right onto my little ribbon there. And you can see that once I take my dimensionals off, this is what it's going to look like, all finished and ready to go. Isn't that just fun?